Okay, today I want to talk about a book that I just finished and I don't know how to talk about. I have so many feelings about this book that I don't know where to start and I don't know what to say, and so I thought I would just turn on the camera and just start rambling. So I hope you excuse my ramblings because I just need to talk about this book. So I finished reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and I really enjoyed it. Now, I haven't enjoyed a book like this in such a long time. I think the last time, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna try and figure out when the last time I enjoyed a book like this, because I can't remember. Last year was a really bad reading year for me. I think I enjoyed like The Turn of the Key, and then that was it. And then the year before, I don't remember what I read. So it's been a while. And also, I'm just proud of myself that I read this big of a book in like, I don't know, 2 weeks, which is crazy talk. Yeah, so to start off, I'll explain to you what this book is about, although I'm sure you know what it's about, but let me just try and explain it to you. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is about a woman named Addie LaRue who was born in the 1700s, and she is now 300 years old. Now, the reason she's 300 years old is that she made a deal. I don't think that's a spoiler. So she made a deal. Oh, by the way, this isn't spoilers or anything. I'll try not to spoil. But she made a deal when she was 23 years old to be able to be free and have more time. And so she is now able to live for as long as she wants. The only catch is that no one will be able to remember her. Now, she's invisible to everyone in the sense that, not in the literal sense, but in the sense that she can meet someone, she can hang out with them for a whole day, but as soon as they close the door on her, or as soon as they turn around or they go to the bathroom, they'll come back and they won't remember who she is. And that is essentially her curse. So she's been living mostly in France, New York, and London. She goes to Italy a little bit, but in the present day, well, the present day is like 2014. She's mostly in New York. Okay, so this is the part where I try and explain to you why I really like this book, and it's really hard because first of all, it's mostly a character-driven story. It has a really interesting plot and an interesting concept, you know, like a girl who's lived forever basically, and you know, it's just about her life. And I found that really fascinating. I have to admit, I wasn't going to pick this book up because of that high concept, because I was like, I don't usually like plot-driven type books. I like books about boring characters and their boring life, and so I thought I wouldn't enjoy this, but I actually really did, because most of this book is just about Addie LaRue. And I know that might not be anyone, like, you know, other people's cup of tea, but it's my cup of tea. So yeah, that's the number one reason why I like it, because it's very honed in on her character. It's not even so, the way that it's written, it's not like, oh, she's 300 years old, this is the past, this is the present, this is the past again, this is the present, see how she's changed. It's not a lesson type book. It's not a book that's like, look at how much this girl has changed, look at how much this girl has gotten better over the years. It's not like that. It doesn't claim to be like that. Victoria Schwab didn't, I don't think, I mean, I don't know, but I don't think she intended to be like, this is a girl who's made a mistake and now she's changing in the, like, yes, there are changes to her life and her actions and her personality, of course. She's lived 300 years, but that's not what the story is about. It's not a moral type story. I don't think so. Not in my opinion anyway. And the other reason why I really like this book is because it's about memories. it's about remembering things. It's about how we remember things. And there was a part where, I mean, I know I should have known that it was about memory from the beginning, because it's about a girl that isn't remembered by anyone, but it didn't really hit me until towards the end, where okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but she kind of tries to remember her old life, and there's like a passage in that, and also the scene afterwards where we're in the present day, and there's a scene that she talks about how memories work and how they fade over time, and like that just hit me. And I think the reason why it hit me so hard is because one of my biggest fears is to lose my memory. I am scared that I'm gonna get to a point in my life where I won't remember the people that I know, the people that I've loved, the people that I used to know, or things that used to happen or have happened. You know, I don't want to not remember certain little moments in my life in the past. So that's one of my biggest fears, and I think that's why this book hit me so hard, is because it talks about that. I know it's not the whole plot of the book, but it touches on that. And there's a bunch of beautiful quotes in this book about how memories work and how humans remember things. So yeah, that's the second reason. The third reason is that it just has beautiful writing. Victoria Schwab's writing reminds me a lot of Neil Gaiman, and I think that's intentional, because not intentional, but I just mean that Victoria Schwab has said in the past that she is very much inspired by Neil Gaiman, and Neil Gaiman is one of my favorite authors of all time, even though he doesn't write my favorite genre, and neither does Victoria Schwab actually. Like, I don't usually enjoy fantasy, but I will definitely pick up a fantasy book by V.E. Schwab and Neil Gaiman. The other reason why I like this book so much is because it discusses how art is made. Addie LaRue is someone who becomes friends with a lot of artists and a lot of writers, and mostly artists, like visual artists. And it talks about how ideas come about and how people get their inspiration, and how you can be a muse for someone, or people can have glimpses of like an idea, but their finished work is essentially their own. Like, it's molded and it's different, but you can still see the essence there. And I don't know, I find that really, really interesting, because it shows that, like, you know, everyone's art is different and everyone sees things in a different way, and I know that that should be common knowledge, but I just liked that it was discussed in this book. I know, okay, so those are the things that I really like. I'm sure there's more, but I can't really think of them at the moment. Oh, I really like the ending. Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but I really like the ending because I had so many theories reading this book. Now, I know a lot of people say that this is, I don't know, it's like 600 pages or something, and a lot of people have said that it's repetitive for them and it dragged on for too long. I ate up every single page of this book. I don't know what it is, but I was captured from the very beginning, and I read every single page. So I listened to it on audiobook the first time, like when I first picked it up, and then I got like a quarter through the book and I really, really enjoyed it, so I bought myself a physical copy. I decided to splurge and got, like, you know, a new book, but I decided to go back and annotate it because I wanted to annotate this book because I knew that I would really, really enjoy it. And the reason why I really like the ending so much is because I had all these theories about who these characters were and what they were gonna do, and the ending I never really saw coming. Like, I didn't predict that, and I really like the way it ended because it gave me this bittersweet sense of feeling, without it being too, like, it's still sad. I still cried at the end, but I think it was fitting. Like, I think the ending was fitting, and I don't know how to explain it, but when you read a book and the ending just is not exactly what you want, but it fits well with the story, then you know that it's a good book. Now, having said all of this, I know that there are a lot of discussions around this book, around the contents of it, and I know that a lot of people don't enjoy this book, and there are reasons that they don't enjoy this book, and a lot of them have to do with like social type issues, and I have a lot of thoughts on it, but I don't know if I actually want to air them out on YouTube, because yeah, I don't know. I at first, you know, before I sat down here, I was like, yeah, I might, you know, review this book, and then I might talk about my take on it and my feelings about it and my opinions about it, but I don't think I want to do that, because I just want to sit here and tell you why I like this book. If you don't like this book, that's completely fine. I really enjoyed it, and I don't know how to, I don't know, because I really want to bring up the discussions and stuff, but I don't want to get into it, you know. So yeah, you know what? Nah, I won't. Anyway, let me know if you've read this book. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in another video soon.